What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, with this video, we are jumping back into the Infinite Frontier with Suicide Squad issue number 9. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with the Suicide Squad, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on in this line. And it truly has been a lot of fun seeing all of this build up to what Amanda Waller does in future states. Because what she does is creates her own Justice League. She brings them to Earth 3 and she walls off Earth 3 from everybody else. But to get to that point, she has to do a lot of shady stuff. One thing she has done is started bringing Suicide Squad members back to life using Lazarus resin. Not only that, Amanda Waller is on the run, with Rick Flag hot on her trail, with the government looking for her as well. It is only a matter of time before this house of cards she has built up comes tumbling down. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up on Task Force X Island, location unknown. And Amanda Waller is prepping her Suicide Squad to go into space because their next mission, it takes them to the far reaches of the universe. But as they are preparing for this launch, Amanda Waller is being informed that some black site prisons had been compromised and there were some individuals that were kidnapped. Some of those individuals being Master Cheetah, Zod, and a parademon. And they both know who is responsible for this. That is Rick Flag. Now, Amanda Waller tells her that she needs to start focusing on the mission. But at the end of the day, she doesn't even feel like this Suicide Squad has the right stuff to get this job done, let alone be astronauts going into space on some secret space heist. And we see our lineup. All of them moving in slow motion, or at least that's what Ambush Bug lets us know that they are doing. We have Major Force, Noctura, we have Superboy, aka Match, Talon, Culebra, Black Siren, and like I mentioned before, the good old-fashioned fourth wall breaker Ambush Bug. But that's what will pick us up in the Atlantic Ocean. Picking up with Rick Flag and all of the individuals that he has saved. Our Parademon and his ship are leading them somewhere that's going to help them with all of their future endeavors in taking down Amanda Waller. And that is because they are looking not for a something, but a someone. With Rick Flag suiting up, going down into the water, he has come to free somebody that has been imprisoned by Amanda Waller. That somebody is the Fisherman, being locked away down here in his prison, left here for such a long time. He is giving the Fisherman the opportunity to go after Amanda Waller, and he takes that in a heartbeat. Now, picking back up with our crew, they're making their way up to the ship. This is a ship Amanda Waller had found on Earth 424, an old Kryptonian ship that will hopefully get them to their destination. And as they are making their way up, Ambush Bug, he's making his jokes. He's joking about how this is a comic book, how this is this, how this is that. Everyone just thinks he's absolutely insane. And Major Force gets tired of all his bantering, grabs Ambush Bug and throws him over the side. And so with Match jumping off, going and grabbing him, bringing him back up to the platform, Amanda Waller, she zaps all 3 of them, telling Culebra to remind them when they wake up to stay on mission, and also reminding her that she needs to get exactly what Amanda Waller wants, or she will make sure that Culebra stays dead, because she is one of the individuals that was resurrected. That's why they ended up going down to hell, collecting those souls so they could reuse them. And so with our crew on board, with liftoff initiated, we see them flying off into space. Now, as they're going up here, Match and Noctura, they're having a conversation, and the conversation is really Match just having Major Force under his skin. But she tells him to remember what I told you, and that is to kill him in the field and make it look like an accident. And what's really great here is we're seeing a bond, a relationship really forging between these two. And we even see Ambush Bug come in and recognize, we don't usually get some kind of romance or love connections, especially in the Suicide Squad lines. But it really is an awesome thing to see that Match and Noctura, in all of this craziness, in all of this chaos, and under this control of Amanda Waller, that they still find those times for those small little emotions because they connect with one each other in such a great way. Now, picking up on the other side of the ship, we have Culebra, and right now she's beating herself up because at the end of the day, she was brought back to life. She feels like a freaking zombie right now. And she lets Talon know that there are not enough who's in the world to make her feel better right now. Because at the end of the day, when she died, her soul went to hell, which makes her the bad guy. And Talon finally breaking his fake-induced psychosis, he lets her know that she's really not that bad. Just like he is really not crazy. With Culebra being completely caught off guard, saying, "I knew it. I've known it the whole time. You have been faking it." But he tells her to keep her voice down and just listen. Because when they get back from this mission, they are going to need Culebra's help. And that is because Rick Flag has been working with Talon, has been working with the good doctor that is working hand in hand with Amanda Waller. And all of these individuals working together are planning on bringing her down. But that's when our spaceship, it finally reaches its destination. And its destination is the planet Oa, home base to the Green Lantern Corps. But right now, it is currently in such turmoil after the central battery had been tampered with and exploded. Most of our Green Lanterns lost the power of the ring. And so now Oa really is an open field for thieves and miscreants, individuals like Amanda Waller to take advantage of. And so with them activating their cloaking device, they descend down onto the planet's surface. But they are not looking for anything that is on the surface of the planet. They are about to dive into the water because they are looking for the prison cells. Because our team has come to rescue an Owen prisoner, someone the Green Lanterns had locked away in their psi cells very long time ago. And with our Suicide Squad descending down into the depths, they're looking around and it doesn't seem to be any kind of guards, nothing standing by. It looks like it was going to be pretty easy for them to walk in, walk out with this prisoner and not have anybody coming against them. Or at least that is what they thought. Until our giant squid octopus protector of the depths comes in and starts wreaking havoc on all of them. With all of them getting entangled in tentacles, they are doing their best to try to get out of this situation. And they are all telling Ambush Bug to get them inside the facility. Because he's a teleporter, that's exactly what he can do. He can just pop them into this facility. One of the main reasons that he is here in the first place. But with all of this chaos going on, this is where we see the arrival of our Green Lantern Joe, being one of the few individuals that still has the power of the Green Lantern Corps. She lets them know that she is here to arrest all of them. And so while our Suicide Squad goes against our Green Lantern, we have Major Force and Ambush Bug popping into the facility. And with Major Force now being inside, he lets Ambush Bug know that he had served his purpose and now it is time for him to finish what he had started. And as he goes to kill him, this is where Ambush Bug, he vanishes. He just pops right out of there. And with him disappearing, Major Force is left with a bunch of security drones that are making their way to him, and he is going to have to fight his way out. With Ambush Bug popping up in the exact location of where he needs to be, outside the prison cell of the individual they have come to free. Now, we can't pronounce his name because it just doesn't make any sense. But Ambush Bug says he's just going to call him Yorick. and Ambush Bug lets him know that he has come to help him get out of this place. Now Yorick lets us know that, it's really not that bad. He hasn't really been mistreated down here, but he does have an urge to just go out there and do evil. And so Ambush Bug, grabbing his hand, they teleport out of this facility. Back in the water, we have Culebra, the Suicide Squad, going against our Green Lantern. And really, they're just doing their best to hold off the Lantern until Ambush Bug and Major Force have got our prisoner out of this place. Now, manipulating the mind of our giant squid, they convince it to attack the Green Lantern, and this gives our Suicide Squad the opportunity to run away. With Major Force coming and piling out the side of this facility, he looks around for Ambush Bug, but Ambush Bug has already teleported himself onto the jump ship. Culebra begging him to not leave them here, that if Ambush Bug was to leave them here, who is going to play with him and all of their toys back at Waller's place? But of course, Ambush Bug, he's not leaving them behind. He goes down to the surface and gets ready to have everyone come on board. As they're getting into the ship, they see the individual that was supposed to be taken from here. None of them knowing who this person is. Ambush Bug says this is just Yorick. And they have to ask, what is that walking nightmare doing to our ship right now? And Ambush Bug lets them know that he is currently making modifications to the ship because something is about to happen and we are gonna need these modifications. And this is where we see the United Planet Forces completely opening up everything they have on their ship. And it appears that the Suicide Squad's Kryptonian ship goes up in flames. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Suicide Squad has really been one of my more favorite stories coming out of Infinite Frontier, coming out of Future State. Because people really do just hate Amanda Waller. They hate everything she is doing, but really, it's hard to argue with her end result in Future State, because what she does is creates a Justice League of her own, made up of Match and all of these other individuals. And this team, they become the Justice League of Earth 3. Not only that, Amanda Waller puts a shield around Earth 3, stopping any kind of interdimensional travel. You can't come from another Earth. It is completely locked into its own universe. Because Amanda Waller, at the end of the day, she realized she can't save the multiverse, she can't save all of this craziness. She did realize that there is an Earth out there, Earth 3, that is run by the crime syndicate. They need true saving. They need a true Justice League, and Amanda Waller, she believes she could save at least this one planet. And so everything she has done up to this point is for that goal, though she is not telling anybody of this. We, as the readers and Ambush Bug, are one of the only individuals that know the outcome of this story. Not even Rick Flag knows what's going on. Peacemaker doesn't know what's going on, and that's why we have all of these forces working against Amanda Waller, because they believe that she has finally just snapped and that they have to stop her by all means. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.